Another thing that we're told and that we have to really fully understand, and this is actually the foundation for the New Zealand midwifery model, where our trust is and where I live. And it's a simple sentence, and it just rolls off our tongue beautifully, and it makes no sense. Pregnancy and childbirth are normal life events that rarely require medical care. So we tell each other that. Pregnancy and childbirth are normal life events. How do you define the word normal? What's natural in pregnancy and birth? What's normal in pregnancy and birth? So when I gave birth in 1970, the word natural and normal applied to anything that could or might happen at birth. And that's true around the world and has been true around the world forever. Everything about childbirth is normal. Everything. The good, the bad, the easy, the hard, the good outcomes, the tragedies. Fast births, unending births, a body that repairs easily, a body that's damaged for life, a psyche that heals and feels wonderful, a psyche that's damaged for life. All of that is normal and natural. But in the late 1970s, when the second wave of natural birth advocates came along with famous authors, they tweaked that word, those words. So now, when you think about having a normal birth or a natural birth, you're thinking of an easy one with a good outcome that's manageable and that has no medical interventions in it. And that becomes problematic because if you put the word risk to that definition, that means that if you have a risk that may require medical care, you really shouldn't be entitled to a home birth because most home births in most countries are for women having low-risk pregnancies with the assumption they will have a low-risk birth. However, if you tie the word risk to anything that might happen, could happen, maybe will, maybe it won't, then having a home birth makes a lot of sense. And in the introduction, I introduced you to a woman called Marjorie T.W. She was a UK researcher in statistics. And I heard her talk in 1982. And it really cemented in me what I had already been seeing in births for 10 years. There is no correlation, pretty much zero correlation, between the risk factors and how easy it is for a baby to get out of a woman's body or how she copes with the birth. There's almost zero correlation to that. Of course, there's some, but really pretty much zero, tiny amounts. What are they? If the placenta is fully over the cervix, right? These are issues. Babies don't necessarily come out of that easily. There are issues. But by and large, no matter the risks, whether women birth at home or in the hospital, it has nothing to do with how fast a baby can get out of her body or how she copes, which is really the good news. So we need to reclaim the word normal. We need to reclaim it because 100% of us as pregnant women are going to give birth one way or another. That's just the normal and natural conclusion of pregnancy. Every woman is normally and naturally doing the activity of birthing her baby, even if it's driving to the hospital, being prepped and laying on surgery, numbed from her boobs down, having surgery. This is her baby's birth. So she is naturally and normally doing the activity of birthing her baby. May be what she wanted, may not be what she wanted. Any woman who labors is having a natural and normal birth, even if she has wires and hoses coming out of every single one of her holes. There should never have been a correlation between medical assessments, monitoring, and procedures with how we give attributes to our births. So you need to understand that your home birth is natural and normal. Women have birthed outside of hospitals from 99.99% of our history. It's as simple as that. But we didn't always birth at home. And we didn't always birth where it was safe. And we didn't always birth where we were low risk. We birthed because it was natural and normal to give birth at the end of pregnancy. And it is an activity each of us does. What should become normal and natural in our societies is that all of us self-learn birth and birth coaching skills when we're pregnant, and then use those skills to do the activity of birthing our baby. You are choosing to have a home birth, either in a country that accepts that choice or in a country where they don't accept it and you're going against either the legal or the social factors around it. Doesn't matter one bit. Become skilled. You're choosing to have a home birth. You want to prepare your body so that you reduce or prevent risks during the birthing process, and you want to learn skills so that you cope and manage well, so that you are actually in charge and in control during this experience of birthing your baby at home.